Okay, today we're going to practice actually using the RefWorks tool for Google Docs to insert in-text citations and create a works cited list on text that we have actually put in, and then do some editing on it because you will always have to edit digital citations. So you're going to bear with me because we're going to do this together in real time. So any glitches that I have are glitches that you're going to get to see. So let's take a look at this. I have just written some text based on what I know. I pulled together a real hodgepodge of citations. So you see I've titled this this essay, "Who Let the Dogs Out?" And I'm going to do a couple of things first. I'm always going to have, for me, I use the Purdue OWL. The online writing lab at Purdue University has really great sample citations for a wide variety of styles. So I have it on their MLA in-text citation page. So I have that open in a separate tab. And the first thing I do is I often like to have them, the citations pulled out, the sample citations pulled out separately so that I'm not doing this weird toggle back and forth to double check something. And if you haven't pulled out a browser window before, essentially you grab it with your trackpad, hold it down with one finger and then use another finger to separate it. That's how you pull out a separate browser window. And if you want to put it back, you just go back to where the tab is here, grab it again, and then push it back in. So you slide it out and slide it in like that. But I'm going to slide it out. So you can see that I have it so it's a little bit narrow. Here I'm going to narrow it up a little bit more. And just so that I have it off here at the side, close this ad that's running. And so when I scroll down, I can see examples, a variety of examples of what in-text citations should look like. And essentially it's the last name of the author and then the page number if there is one. And if you've used the author's name in the sentence before, you're just going to have the page number alone. But let's see what we have going here. So in my document, I'm going to shrink my screen down so that I can manipulate it, exit full screen here. And let me close that up. Close things running in the background. Whoops. And pull that over to the side. Okay. So now I have them so that they're next to each other. I can kind of tap back and forth, but still really see this over on the side. The next thing I need to do over here in my document is to open up the RefWorks Citation Manager. So that's under the extensions menu. One thing that's really confusing is that we have this ProQuest RefWorks Citation tool and this RefWorks Citation Manager. Which do you use? Well, they have just discontinued support for this version of the tool and are just starting support for RefWorks Citation Manager. So in class, I'm actually going to have you delete this add-on because I think this is super confusing. What you're going to do is go ahead and open this one, RefWorks Citation Manager, Manage Citations, and it's going to go ahead and open up your tool over on the side. You can see all of your references there. And so first of all, you can see that now they have the citation style very visible up here at the top. And APA is a style that you'll see a lot in college, but we're going to use MLA. So I can see that my recent styles are down here, or you could just search in the search box for MLA 9th title casing, but because I've used it recently, I'm just going to choose it here and highlight it and click apply the style. All right. And then the next thing I'm going to do is just work in the my Fresh Sem example folder. I think you'll have a folder called Fresh Sem or something like that. All right, great. So I'm going to go through here and put in a couple of in-text citations. And I know that my first citation is going to go after this sentence here, implications for the future of mankind. Let's see, it had something to do with, like children's fairy tales. Let me choose that one. All right, perennially popular. Let me go ahead and choose this one. And I'm going to insert, you're going to make sure that your cursor is where you want it to be. So it's before the period, but a space after the word. And I'm going to click Insert Citation. And let's see what happens. It says that it's formatting. Okay. And I can see that it needs a little bit of editing. And let me see, could I have edited it in the... Okay, yeah. So what I can see here is that the articles about the fairy tales is on page 27 to 31. And so that's in, it's in the citation. But for the in-text citation, I need the exact page where I got information from. So when you're taking your notes, you're always, if you're pulling ideas from a particular page, you're pulling direct quotes, paraphrasing, all of that, you're always going to note the page number. So here I'm going to change the page number, and let's say that I got the information. I'm going to get check mark in the box, and let's say I got it from page 28. And then that is, I think, how I would have edited it in the moment to put the page number in, so it didn't pull over the full range, but the actual number 28. Keep in mind, it doesn't matter. You'll see I can interface with it, interact with it, and edit it in the document. So this is just showing you how you could have done it without then having to go back and fix it later. Now I think this is now going to pull forward a second. Right, so now I have two citations in there, one that has the correct page number and one that has the page range. And I'm going to delete the second one. And I'm just going to make sure that period is right up next to the end of the parentheses there. Okay? All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and put another in-text citation here. Let's say we're going to use this one about Turkey backs Sweden's NATO bid. Again, I'm going to select it. This one has the date on it, not a page number, but we don't want the date to pull over. Let's see what happens when I click on Insert Citation. Now keep in mind, I've made sure that the cursor is where I want the citation to go. I click on Insert Citation, and what does it pull over? All right, perfect. So this is an article that doesn't have specific page numbers. It may just be a PDF or an article from a website. It's left, you can see what RefWorks does though. It leaves a little bit of a gap there just so that you can be aware that, you know, in MLA, if you look over here, if there's a page number available, you should insert a page number. And so that's why it's left a gap there. And it's to help you think, insert page number if you have it. And of course, anything that has a page number, you must put it in there. But this one doesn't, so I'm just going to remove the gap. Now, one thing you'll notice here is Hubbard and Jakes is in what's called title casing. So that means there's an uppercase for the two last names, lowercase for the word and. Here we have the author's last name, but it's come forward in all caps. So this is what's known as a metadata error. Essentially, whoever put in the original data for that citation, they put it in incorrectly. They put it in all caps. And there's really no citation style that wants the author's name in all caps. So that means you need to edit that. And you could edit it over in RefWorks, but in RefWorks, you'd have to essentially retype it. This is actually one of the most common errors that you'll see, either the title of an article or book coming over in all caps, or the author's names, or both, coming over in all caps. Yes, you can fix it in RefWorks. Easier in some ways to fix it in Google Docs, because if you're in Google Docs, all you have to do is select the text that needs to change, go up here to the Format menu, and under Format, you see where it says Text. All right, one of the options then, slide your cursor over here, and one of the options is capitalization, and then here it says title case. So when you click on title case, you can see that instantly changes it. So if you have all caps errors, then you know that you can fix that in Google Docs just through the formatting menu. Again, format, text, and then capitalization, format, text, capitalization, title case, okay? So what else happened here? Okay, so it's putting in the references. What are our other options here? Okay, I have bibliography off, so it looks like it defaults to off. Let's turn it on, and now it's going to update the document. And so you can see here, it's works cited. That's how I know it's MLA 9. If it said bibliography, it would be a different citation style. But unique to MLA 9 is the title works cited. So here, it's awesome that it has started automatically putting these citations in to a works cited page. But I have to put my cursor at the top of works cited and put it on its own page. So to do that, I'm going to go here under the Insert menu. And from Insert, you're going to go down to Break at the bottom, and you're putting in a page break. So enter page break. You need to keep works cited on its own page. So here we go. Now I've started my paper. I've gone in here, deleting this extra space. Oh, when I refreshed it, it got rid of the changes that I'd already made. So now I have to go in and do that format again real quick. Great. Okay. And works cited. So when I go down here, you're always going to, again, I would have the Purdue OWL, I would have the works cited page open. So I'm at the MLA citation, MLA style. I just change it over to the style guide and look for the works cited page link, okay? And then look at what that should look like and just compare. As I go back over here and look at it, I can see, of course, there is that mistake with the all caps. And again, I would simply select it, format, text, capitalization, title case. And that didn't work quite right. Why didn't it work right? Let's try this again. Tools, format, text, capitalization, title case. All right, well, it mostly fixed it. And then where it did some funky things, I just go back and fix it by hand. What you'll notice is that it's putting it in the correct alphabetical order. What you'll also notice is that it has the correct hanging indent. It is spacing it correctly. And so all I need to do is go back through and just make sure. Sometimes there are double commas that come in, extra periods, especially if they expect something to go in that maybe you don't have for that particular citation tool. But you know, this is looking good. It looks, for this particular works cited list, that's all I needed to correct. Okay, so you're going to get a chance to play with this, but I wanted you to see how I do it. And again, with citation managers, digital citation managers, you're always going to have to do some tweaking, and just take your time, work your way through it. And remember, in this particular case, we're going to have you change this to bibliography on, so it creates a works cited list as you go. All right, hope that helps. And if you have any questions as you practice this in class, just let me know.